Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at enumerations in Java. Enumerations basically is a way to list constants, and so it creates a new data type and will allow us to list values in our program. Let's go ahead and pretend that we will be making some pizza sizes for maybe a pizza application or something like that. I've already set up these enum demo with the main method, which will be our entry point to our program. So the first thing we need to do is define the enumerations. So we're going to use the keyword enum, and we're just going to name that size. Now we're going to create 4 sizes: personal, small, medium, and large. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and do personal. They don't have to be capitalized, but for this example, we'll go ahead and make them capitalized. Okay, so we'll have personal, small, medium, and large. Okay, semicolon. Okay, so there's our enumeration. Okay, let's go ahead and go into our main program here, our main method, and we're just gonna go ahead and print out the personal size here. So we'll do access with size dot and personal. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and run that and see what prints out for us in our console or our terminal. Go ahead and run. Okay, there you can see personal prints out. Alright, this way is a way to define which values are acceptable in our program. So they basically function as constants. Okay. Now, the good thing about using enum is that we can actually have more flexibility than using maybe final constants. So we can create constructors and methods for the enum size class. So for example, let's say that we want to add maybe a size beyond personal, like maybe in inches, or we want to get how many slices or servings are available. So let's go ahead and create these private, oops, let's go ahead and create private variables here, and we'll just make this an int, and we'll call it size, and we'll make another private, and we'll call this, we'll also use int, and we'll call this slices, so that will give us the number of slices. We'll do another one, and maybe we'll use a string for this because we're going to use um, a range. So maybe we'll call this servings. Okay, so now we have these private variables. Now let's create our constructor. So we're going to have size in our constructor here, and we're going to go ahead and pass them in order. So we're going to have an int size, int slices, and a string for servings. Okay, let's not forget our curly brackets. All right, you may have noticed here now that this here is red. It's giving us an error because we've defined a constructor. Now by default we have to enter some values here, our default values. So if we go up, we can actually pass in, for example, a personal size might be 10 inches by 4 slices and 1 serving. Okay, so we're going to do that for each size. So small, that would be 12 size, 12 inches, 6 slices, and 1 to 2 servings. Okay, and maybe we can start a new line here. And our medium is going to be 14 inches, 8 slices, and serves 2 to 3 people. All right, and then we have our large here. Our large is going to be 16 inches, 10 slices, and serves about 3 to 4 people. Okay, so we now pass these default uh, um, values into our variances. I'm sorry, into our variables. So let's go ahead and assign those in our constructor. So we're going to use this keyword, right, to specify that we're talking about this size and not the one being in the passed in the parameter. So now size, right? This dot slices is equal to slices, and this dot servings is equal to the servings being passed in the parameter. Okay. Now, because these are private, we do need a method to return the values because we won't have direct access. We won't be able to use dot notation to access that. So for example, here, if we go size personal, we might think that we can access it with our dot notation, but that throws an error because it's a field not available outside of the class enum. We cannot access it with dot notation, so we do need to get either like a setter or getter method to have access to that. So we'll create a protected class, and we will actually return. Um, Let me think about this here. Let's return a string. Get, and we'll call it get details. Okay, and then these details will return this dot size. So we'll say the size of a, and we'll say this dot the size of this the size the size is, and then we'll add this dot size here plus period the slices are this dot slices and period the serving sizes, and this dot, actually let's go ahead and start a new line here, is the servings. Okay, now that we have this for our details, we can go ahead and come here and we can say maybe something like system dot out dot print. Okay, and then let's say the period size dot personal dot uh, has the following details. Okay, and then here we'll get those details printed out. So we'll use the get details method that's available to us. Okay, let's just check out our formatting for that. Okay, so the personal has the following details. The size is 10, the slices are 4, the serving size is 1. Okay, so we might not like how that we can definitely edit the string however we want it to format. But that's basically the enum class here.